Hi, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to another episode of DIY Fridays. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you all who bought my tutu ballet necklaces. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys for purchasing those items from me. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for that. And your items will be shipped out today. You know who you are. Your items will definitely be shipped out today. So let's go ahead and get into this DIY. First of all, y'all know I told y'all that I am going to be doing a series of wire making. So probably within the next well, it just depends. Probably within the next couple of weeks, I will be doing, it could be on a Monday or a Friday. I will be doing something working with wire. I love working with wire, guys. You can do so much when it comes to wire. All right, so enough talking. Here are the items that you are going to need for this DIY. You're going to need 2 seashells because you're going to be making a pair of earrings. I am using stainless steel fish hooks, okay? I'm not saying that that's what you have to use, but that's what I'm using. Stainless steel fish hooks. You're going to need 2 of those. You're going to need 2 jump rings. You're going to need some 12 gauge aluminum wire. You also are going to need some 20 gauge wire, and I like to use tarnish resistant wire. Okay, you're going to need your round nose pliers. You are also going to need your flat nose pliers. You may not need these, but and your wire cutters. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, everyone, so the very first thing we want to do is we want to cut 16 inches of our 12 gauge wire. Okay, 16 inches. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by making a loop. I'm going to make a loop, and then this is what you're going to have, guys. And then when you make that loop, we're going to just start making a series of circles. You want to hold it tight and just roll it around. Roll it, wrap it. And most of the time when I get to a certain part, I start rolling it with my hand. Okay. Now, for the sake of this video, guys, I am not going to be demonstrating everything, but I am going to tell you how I did it. So what you do is you just roll it up. And I'm doing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows so far, and 5. Okay, I did 5 rows. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a shape in the form of a square, but it's not going to be a square. It's going to be a rectangle. By the time you finish with the earring, it'll look like a rectangle. Okay, so we're going to come up, we're going to eyeball it. Okay, you want to make it, you want to come up till about right there. Okay, so we're going to take our pliers and bend it. Okay, then we're going to come up to this part. This is what you're going to have, guys. You're going to come over just a tad bit and bend it. See what I'm doing, guys? And then we're going to come over. You're going to take all you need to do is take your round nose pliers and you just look at it like that. You just size it. And you come over just a tad bit from it and you bend it. Okay, so this is what we have so far, our shape. Okay, the very last thing we're going to do is, because we're going to have 4 sides, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to bend it, and when we bend it, we want to try to make sure that we bring it as close to this as possible. So we're going to come up just a tad bit and bend it, and there we have our shape, guys. It looked like a square, but the earrings I'm making is like a rectangular. It's not a perfect rectangular, but nevertheless. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to cut off at least, we need to have at least two, I'm not going to say 2 inches, but we're going to cut off. We're not going to need all of this because it's going to be too much. So we're going to cut off maybe 2 inches. I mean, listen to me, 2 inches. We're cutting off more than 2 inches, y'all. We are going to be cutting off probably, I would say 4. So what you want to do is you want to look at your piece. You want to come up and you want to give yourself enough room to make a loop. So that's about 1 inch. Okay. Now we make our loop. Okay. Now this is our loop. I hope you guys can see this. And then we're going to take and bend it so that it can reach the top. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, now this is our shape. This is how our earring is starting to look. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, all of this right here, this round piece, and we're going to just bring it out a tad bit. Okay, and it's when we're done, you'll see how it ends up. We're going to take our first piece of wire, and you're going to need 4. I believe I told you guys. I may not have said it. You're going to need 4 pieces. Cut yourself at least 4 pieces of 20 gauge wire, okay? And make sure you get some tarnish resistant wire so that if you want to sell these and people get them, they can have them for a while. They won't. This wire is really good wire, guys, okay? So the next thing you want to do is you want to take your wire, come up, and you want to start wrapping it. You want to start wrapping, and we're going to do maybe 5 wraps. Make sure that when you're wrapping that they're nice and close together. Okay. And that's 4. I might do more than 4. I mean 5. 5. Yeah, I think 5 is enough. So this is what you're going to have, guys. Now what we want to do is we want to cut. We just want to take this piece right here and just bend it up and snip. Just like that, okay? We want to take this piece. We want to come over one more time because we want both pieces to be in the middle like that. Okay, just like this. And then we're going to snip this piece right here in the middle. Like that. And then next the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our flat pliers and just squeeze those down, okay, so that they can stay flat, so nobody won't get pinched or cut or any of that. Okay, all right, guys, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to unroll our roll a little bit more, and we're going to put a piece here. Okay, that's going to be our second piece. Okay, so we're going to put a piece here. So we're just going to do this the same way we did the first one. Wrap it around, keeping our wire as tight as possible. And I'm sorry guys for the sake of this video for being so long today, but everything can't be rushed. So, especially when you're trying to show something that you can use and you can sell. Okay, so we did this. This is 1, 2. I have 4. 5. And bring this piece over. Okay? And this is what your earring is starting to look like. Now, we're going to do the same thing here that we did in to the first one. We're going to snip right here in the middle. And we're going to snip this one in the middle as well. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our round nose pliers, our flat nose pliers, and squeeze it into place. Now, the next piece of wire is going to go on this side. So we're going to put a piece right here. We're going to put a piece right here. So we're going to go in, hold it in place, and just start wrapping it. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I am going to say something to you guys. It doesn't necessarily have to be a certain amount of twists or none of that. You can put as many as you want. If you want to put 3, you can. I'm doing 5 because 5 makes the earring, gives the earring a different look. It just gives it a different, more of an Egyptian look, okay? So I'm going to snip right here in the middle. And I hope everybody have a wonderful Friday today. And a beautiful weekend. Okay. And then we are going to use our flat nose pliers to squeeze it in. And y'all know every time I do DIYs, I forget, right? I forgot something already that I was supposed to tell y'all, but I am going to tell y'all about it as soon as I finish making this piece. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, the very last thing we're going to do is we're going to put a piece right here up at the top. Okay, so we're going to stick this through and we're going to hold it as tight as we can. And we're going to go around 5 times. That's 1, that's 2. Pulling our wire, that's 3. And when you go... Okay guys, I'm sorry. My camera ran out of storage, so I had to delete something. But so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, we're going to bring this piece over like this. And then we're going to just start, we're going to snip. We're going to do the snippies. We're going to snip right there. And we're going to do a snip right there. And then we're going to take our flat nose pliers and squeeze these into place. Squeeze them down. Okay guys, so here is the form of our earring. Now the thing that I left out was let me see if I can find it real quick. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add on our seashell, okay? So we're going to open up our jump ring. We're going to stick it through. It doesn't really matter which end it goes through. I'm going to have to open this up a little bit more. Okay. And okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and add our seashell. And we're going to put it on the bottom. You'll probably say, what happened? You just said that. Well, I had to delete some things, guys. I'm getting ready to get a new phone because this one, I don't have enough space and room to do the things I need to do. So you put that on the bottom. And then the things that I did forget, guys, is that I am using these flat spacer beads, okay? Now, I am not going to glue these onto this earring. I'm going to actually show you guys the earrings that I have already done. Where's the other one? Well, this is the earring that I did, and this is much bigger than this one. And as you can see, this is a little one and this is a big one. And what I did was I took some E6000 and I glued a spacer bead on the front and on the back of the earring. And then I took my other jump bead, opened that up, put that up at the top, and then I slid my fishhook post on there. And then you have yourself a nice, actually, you know what, you guys? I was wrong. You have to have two of these. You need two of these. You need two for each earring. You need one to go like this. Okay, you need one to go this way, and then you're going to need another one to go the other way. Now, y'all probably saying, Joyce, what do you mean this way and the other way? Okay, guys, whenever you make a pair of earrings, you could have turned this around to the side, okay, and then put your hoop through there. But I didn't. Mine's is going this way. Okay, could have turned to the side, but it's going this way. It's facing you. So what I did was, you have to use two of these jump rings to put one through this way, and then to put another one right here, so that when you put on your fish hook, when you open it up and you put your fish hook on, you gotta do it a little bit more, guys. Then your earring, and I'm getting ready to show you guys, will be going in the direction, close that up, that it's supposed to go in. Okay, so let me show you. See that? This is what you want. You want that hole to be going that way, the same way as this one, so that your earring, when it goes in your ear, it won't be, it's going to go to the side, it's going to move around and all that stuff, but at least people will see your earring. You know, at least they'll see you know, your earring, and it'll be done on both sides, because that's what I did with this. And even you don't have to use the big jump rings. You can use the smaller ones, because the jump rings, of course, you know, they come in three. Sometimes they come in three different sizes. You have the small, the real small ones, the medium ones, and then the large ones. So you don't really have to use the size, the ones that I use. You can use the smaller size, whatever is convenient for you. And then this is what you have, guys. This is your earring. Now, I want to say something. I want you guys to know that just because I don't get to see all of your videos, trust me and believe, I watch as many as I can. My day gets busy, and if I don't be on your page for a while, please don't get discouraged, because with me, out of sight is not out of mind. And I support those, greatly support those who are always on my channel, who support me back. You know, I will be there, okay? Sometimes I even go back to old videos, or some of the videos that I have missed, and I watch those videos as well, okay? So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful, awesome Friday, and have a beautiful weekend. I love each and every one of you all. Peace and blessings. See ya.